Hey, we are Jackson and Charlie, and we are traveling with our baby and our cat around Europe. This week we are showing you a day in the life of a traveling baby in Malaga, Spain.
Good morning. It's now just around 7 a.m. I just got up and I thought it's our last few days here at the Costa Del Sol, so why not just do a day in the life with Ardie at the Costa del Sol. So Ardie is also just awake, so yeah, let's go get him and get our day started. Standing. Oh, hey, goedemorgen, schat. Goedemorgen. Yeah. Yeah. As you can see, every morning he's super excited to start the day. And yes, he does sleep with us in bed most of the nights. Nee, wacht. That's a warm bum. Ja, goedemorgen. Iemand is goed wakker? Vitamintjes. 1, 2, 3, ja. Voilà, ready to start the day. What you cool? Come. So this is also the time in the morning where Ardie now plays a bit in his playpen. It's something we read somewhere that's good for babies to do that, to also learn to play by themselves. And then we do it right after he wakes up, because it's the only time of the day where we sort of can get him to do it. Otherwise, he doesn't really like it that much.
We're driving down the boulevard, cruising with the windows down, feeling like we're on this town. Your song is on the radio, the one you always like, the one that always gets you psyched.
So I just came back from a little run. The boys are still out for a walk, and yeah, it's time for me to prepare breakfast, etc. A little hack. Did you know that if you push a banana here in the middle, you can get some parts? And so this is really easy for Ardie to grow. Easy, right? And I found it on Instagram actually. Just gonna. So what I do for Ardie is I always give him 3 or 4 different pieces on his plate, and then he can choose with whatever he starts. But the boys are not back yet, so I'm just waiting. Might as well just make a coffee.
Let's keep it going all night, don't stop till we see sunlight. We've been drinking all that cheap wine all night.
Look who is back from the little walk. Hey! Ardie, ik ben zo blij om je te zien, schat. Ja. Gaan we een bed eten?
Smell the fresh sea breeze.
Wow.
Where the hats go? See you actually. Oh, please. No, it's to watch. Just to get some perspective.
Shall I open the window? Come in. Come. Ardie, niet je Maxje. Yes. Maxie is sniffing the camera. You might see some whiskers now. Or hear him sniff the microphone. No, he's watching him. Yeah. Ardie absolutely loves watching Maxie, but Maxie doesn't give him any time of day. Maxje, ja.
Maxie.
Zo'n groot stukje in je mond hoor. Wat is het? Ardie, dat is zo scrappy met die kiwi. Nee. Hey, was dat lekker een beetje? Ja, was dat leuk. Schat. Ja? Okay, so 9 o'clock now, which means he's been up for about 2 hours, which means it's time for his first nap of the day.
Give me some legs. Give me some legs. Give me some arms.
Oh. Welcome to Malaga, the home of Pablo Picasso and Antonio Banderas. It's actually about a 40-minute drive from where we are staying. And actually first we weren't too sure that we were gonna do it because we thought it was just gonna be another of these cities on the Costa del Sol that are overly touristy and there's not much charm to them. But then I was reading an article and it says that it mentioned that Malaga is one of the most beautiful cities and most worthwhile visiting cities of Spain. So we were like, so close, let's just go and check it out. So yeah, follow us on this tour and see if it's true, if it's one of the most beautiful cities in Spain. So as you can see, we got some new face masks as well.
Yeah.
What do you think of yours? Mine still smells a bit factory-like, but it's from Uniqlo. It's pretty good. It got these adjustable things behind the ears, and also it's got like a nose thing to really cover it up. It's pretty good.
Charlie got her wedding dress from
Spain. Ladies, if you're looking for a wedding dress, Spain is very big on wedding dresses, but I knew that, but I'm sure anywhere in Europe has a lot of Spanish brands. That's where Mommy also got a wedding dress from.
Got him.
Nog een keertje.
Ardie on tour in Malaga.
It's very nostalgic walking up here because the smell with all these pines is exactly what European summer smells like to me, like in the south. Anybody who's been there in the summer probably knows what I mean. Sort of this dry, particular smell, kind of sweet. But yeah, just reminds me of summer childhood holidays. If some of you are wondering how you're liking to visit cities and sites, etc., or generally to travel with constant face masks on, we don't really like it. But it's also not as bad as I originally thought it was gonna be. I mean, it's definitely annoying, but at least we get to do things and whatever. And also everybody's being a bit cheeky about it. So whenever you're alone, you sort of take it off like I did now, and then when you pass people, you quickly put it back on. Which in a park where there's nobody, or at least not a lot of people, it's fine. But when we're walking on the boardwalk in Mijas, it's a little bit silly because you're constantly doing this.
made it to the top of the hill and we're doing some sightseeing. We swapped drivers Friday as well because it was just, we're getting a bit hot together. So yeah, that's also another tip I would definitely give. Make sure you can both carry the baby because it does make a bit of a difference if you're traveling, like sightseeing a whole day. If you can swap it a bit here and there. Let's start.
The Gibralfaro Castle served to protect the lower-lying Alcazaba, the people living in the city, and to watch over the access into Malaga. It gives you amazing views over the city and the surrounding hills and just a great sense of the history.
So what we do really like about traveling during COVID is the few people there everywhere. Like we have all these fantastic monuments all to ourselves, which you would otherwise never ever have. So we're actually quite happy to take the face masks with that though.
You can take the upside.
What does it chase now? Look, look, look!
Romans like their blood sport. They're descendants of Roman cats that can. Yes, triumphant. I think we're just playing a bit that way. This performance that we've seen in this for a while.
The Roman theatre is right at the entrance of the Alcazaba, which is the Arabic word for citadel. According to Arab historians, the Alcazaba was built between 1057 and 1063 by the then Berber king of Granada, and then passed on from ruling kingdom to ruling kingdom. When it became part of the Nasrid kingdom in 1279, it was rebuilt and it got its Nasrid appearance that it still has today. Much like other great monuments in Andalusia, like the Real Alcazar in Seville and the Alhambra in Granada, which you will see in our upcoming videos. When we arrived, it's like we stepped into Dawn City in Game of Thrones. It's just breathtakingly beautiful. It's a beautiful mix of Roman, Arab and Renaissance architecture.
Seven, eight cats.
There's more coming.
Yeah. 8 cats in a pack. What the hell? It's not their style.
We visited now the two main monument sites in Malaga. Would you take the stroller?
This one you couldn't take.
You couldn't, but to that other castle you couldn't either.
Yeah, not in the castle. No, up to the castle. Yeah.
Up to the castle. Actually,
and
then
these sites are not friendly.
No.
It's 23-ish degrees and pretty sunny, even though there's a bank of clouds hanging around trying to scare us. And that's about as hot as you want to be carrying a baby. The sun on you, the baby making heat.
I could take 5 degrees warmer.
Unless you're cooler than me, like literally cooler than me.